Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Nakie and this is Cook with Nakie. I hope everybody is doing well. On today's menu we are making some party style waakye and stew. It's a lot, so let's get started. In the pot I have my goat meat and my goat tribe, and I'm pouring in my blended onion and ginger. I'm also going to be using all-purpose sweet adjeley seasoning. If you haven't tried her seasoning, please do. I'm also going to link the place that I got. If you're close by, you could grab one. You will love it. Any kind of food that you're cooking that you want to season it up, just use, because it's all-purpose, so it's good for most of our food. So I added some water to it, and I'm going to cook this till it's tender. I cooked the meat for about 30 minutes and it is okay. I didn't want it extra soft because I'm going to put it back in the stew after I'm done frying it. So if you want it extra soft, then go ahead. I'm not going to take the meat out from the stock and I'm going to start frying it. When you fry your meat for any kind of stew, especially tomato stew, you want to make sure you fry for a longer period of time to make it a little bit crunchy on the side, but make sure you don't burn it. If you don't fry for a longer period of time, it becomes too soft and it doesn't taste good, especially when you're going to put it back in a stew, like a liquid form of stew. So you want to make sure it's a little bit crunchy, so when it goes to the stew, it's still okay. But if you don't fry for that period of time and it's a soft, when you put it back in the stew, it's going to be too soft and it won't be good. It's going to be like soup and you're making stew, so you want to have that kind of difference from it. And also you realize I did not fry my tribe. If you want, you could do it, but I tried once. When you fry your tribe, it becomes too tough and I don't like the way it tastes. But if you want, you could fry your tribe, but I didn't, so I'm going to put it straight away into the stew. I added my onions in the oil and I'm adding my tomato paste. With this trick, the way I'm taking out the tomato paste from the can, I saw it on Obape's Kitchen YouTube channel. I love this trick a lot because I feel like it's kind of safe. You don't have to use a spoon to like scrape everything out. I really love it. Thank you, Obapa Kitchen. I'm going to link her YouTube channel in the description, but go check her out. She has an amazing food recipe and she's one of the OG. She started long time ago. I've been watching her for such a long time. So yeah, thank you, Obapa's Kitchen. I fried the tomato paste till it changes in color to like a burgundy color. It makes the stew taste really good when you fry for that period of time. So this is my blended tomatoes, onion, scotch bonnet pepper, and ginger. I'm sorry I didn't have the part that I was pouring the tomatoes into it. I was making a lot of food that day, so it's like I forgot to probably press record when I was pouring it. So yeah, I just poured it in there, cooked it. I want to really make sure my tomatoes are really cooked. So I cook it for about 30 to 45 minutes till all the moisture is out. And you know me by now, when I cook my tomato stew, I want to make sure the moisture is out. It makes the stew taste really good. The stew was splashing on me, so I had to lower it to add my fried goat meat to it. Yeah, so when you see that, it's really on low because I had to lower it. The stew was like really splashing on me. So yeah, I added my fried goat meat to it. I gave this a stir and I'm going to add my goat tribe. You could omit the part, the goat meat tribe part if you don't like it. Just use any kind of meat that you prefer. Yeah, but when you add goat meat tribe to your stew, for your waakye stews, any kind of stews, goat meat tribe has this kind of flavor, intense flavor. Just give that stew a different taste and it tastes good. I don't use it always. It depends on my mood. It depends on how I want it to taste. So yeah, I added the stock to it because the stock too has all that flavor. So make sure you don't throw it away. Alright, so this is how our stew is going and it's looking good already. It's time for me to season my stew. I'm adding my shrimp tablets. If you don't like it, just use any kind of seasoning that you prefer. I'm I'm also going to be adding Shell's ground spices. I love the spices in my tomato based stew. It's like rosemary, pimento seed, all that kind of natural spices that we use. Yeah, I'm also going to link her contact. If you want one, just contact her and she's going to mail it to you. It's really good when you use it for any kind of stew, soup that you prefer, but I love it in my tomato based stew. I also added some curry powder to it and some salt. My stew is going to continue to cook on the low heat, and I'm going to start cooking my waakye. In the pot, I have my beans, my black eyed beans, and my water. I'm adding this waakye leaves to bring the color of it. You know how waakye has that color. This gives it that reddish, brownish color. And I cooked the beans for about 30 minutes. This food was an order. The person wanted the waakye to be really soft, so I had to cook the beans to that soft texture before I add my rice. I added baking soda to give you more reddish brownish color. The waakye leaves, you could get it in most African shops or even on Amazon. I think I saw one recently on Amazon. So yeah, grab one and use it. If you can't find it, just use the baking soda. You will still get your waakye, but not gonna be that reddish or browny, but it's still gonna taste good. I took the leaves out to give me more space to add my rice, and as you can see, I'm really not measuring the rice. I'm just adding it. I'm gauging with my eyes. If you cook a lot or you cook in bulk, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you don't really measure it unless you're like baking, and yeah, baking you have to. But when it comes to food like this, you really don't measure it. You just gauge it, and you always get it the right consistency. So I added some salt to taste. Make sure you don't add too much. And yeah, I'm gonna let this cook on the medium heat till my waakye is done. And just when I thought it was done, look at that, I'm adding more water to it. This is what I'm talking about. We don't measure it, we just measure it with our eyes. When you're stirring, you feel like, no, it's too thick, you probably need some water to it. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Times out to everybody who cook without measuring it. And look at that, I added some oil to it. This is optional. It just gives the waakye a different taste and flavor. So yeah, you don't have to add it if you don't like it. But that's about it. Our waakye is looking good. And I just added these leaves. If you can see, the reddish color it's not that reddish to me. So I just added one more to help it bring out that reddish color. And checking on my stew, the stew have been cooking for additional 20 minutes on low heat. I just added my fried fish, and that tells you our stew is done, because when you add your fried fish to your stew, you don't want to cook it for a long period of time, otherwise the fish is going to tear apart. And that's it. I just let this cook up for 5 minutes on the low heat, and our stew is done. And I'm checking back on my waakye, and it's looking good already. It still has some moisture in there, so we're gonna give this a stir, and we're gonna cover this with parchment paper, and we're gonna let it do what it has to do till it's done. And as I said in the beginning, the person who wanted this waakye wanted really, really soft, like on the mushy side. So if there's a little bit more water in there, yeah, it's on purpose, because that's how you get your waakye on that soft and mushy kind. In 15 to 20 minutes time, my waakye is almost done. It looks really, really nice. Look how soft that waakye is. And this is how I love my waakye too. I really like my waakye on the soft. I don't like my waakye to be grainy like that. I really want it really on the soft side, and perfect waakye for me. And it tastes really good too. Waakye is ready, stew is ready, shito is ready. I actually did a shito that same day when I did this waakye. Just I didn't want the video to be too long, so I'm gonna give that a separate video, and I'm gonna bring that to you. You will love that kind of shito. Really easy to make, and it tastes really good. I'm dishing everything out in an aluminum tray, and it's ready for pickup. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you give this recipe a try and I know you will love it. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Until I come your way next time, this is Cook with Nakie. Be good to yourself, be good to everybody. It goes a long way.